What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. Today's video, guys, is pretty mind-blowing in the sense of like uber rare toys versus a crazy story that you're not going to believe, because I'm still processing the story as we're filming, because it's insane. It's just one of those freaking toy stories that it doesn't happen, and it's pretty timeless. So we'll get into that a little bit later, but first I want to let you guys know that this Thursday from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Back Alley Toys in Garland, Texas, address is right here. Myself, Retro Rick, Dave from Back Alley Toys, and Cincy Nerd will be there from 12 to 5. Rick is coming into town for Retro Palooza, and he's setting up a pop-up shop at Back Alley Toys. Retro Rick's Game Point at Back Alley Toys this Thursday. He's going to be taking in trades. He's going to be buying games. So if you have any retro modern stuff, bring it in. Bring it in. Come see us. Come hang out. Myself, Dave, and Cincy will also be doing the same thing, but with action figures. So vintage toys, new toys, if you got it, guys, you want to sell, bring it in 12 to 5 this Thursday. Back Alley Toys, be there or be square. So Steve from Retro Madness calls me up and he's like, Craig, we just got in some grill items, specifically Nintendo stuff, but also a uber rare piece from the Bucky O'Hare line. And by uber rare, I mean a prototype that was never released for Wave 2. We're talking about Sly Lizard, or Lizard, and he's like, hey, I want you to come in, check it out, let's film and talk about it. And I was like, most definitely. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, this is one of those pieces that obviously is one of a kind, and I wouldn't mind having in my own personal collection.
Hey everybody, it's Steve with Retro Madness. We've got some awesome Bucky O'Hare stuff that we picked up last Saturday and some crazy Nintendo items. So here we are. Here is Bucky O'Hare goodness. Got a carded figure, got a carded Bucky in here. So not super valuable, but just super fun. We've got, I don't know if this is all of the vehicles, but we've got 2 of the vehicles. The plastic has fallen off on those, but they're still really fun. They're in the original packaging. And then the coup de grace of this collection, here is a copy of Action Figure Digest. And then we've got, what's his name there, Craig?
Sly Lizard.
Sly Lizard, never made, but if you look over here, here's our pal Sly.
Get out of here.
Right there. So we got a prototype. Craigger is gonna try to get me a value on that one.
Yep.
Craig, you're gonna get back to me, right? Let me know the millions of dollars that I have in that figure.
And then I'm only asking 20%. So we're good.
Just a very small, small remuneration there from Retro Madness.
We're looking at this unreleased Wave 2 Sly Lizard piece, and I'm holding it, I'm checking it out, and I'm like, yeah, I think I definitely want this for my collection. Like, I want to see first if it's real, and to just make sure it is. I was pretty for sure it was, but fortunately I have a friend that's in the prototype game, so you might remember my buddy Matt when myself and Ed from Ed's Retro Geek Out, we went to his house and he showed us all of his prototypes and stuff that he had, mainly from TMNT, Indiana Jones, Street Sharks, and the freaking first pitch turtle. Like, insane, crazy, still blows my mind. But anyway, I got with Matt, I sent him pictures of this Sly Lizard, and I was like, hey man, can you help me out? First, is this real? And second, what is retail for something like this?
Then coming back over here to our wonderful case of Bucky O'Hare, we just got more fun stuff. Got a beautiful stuffed animal. I don't know about beautiful. But yeah, it's super clean lunchbox, never used. We've got DVDs. We've got, if we want to go back in time to 19 whatever, your Valentine's in here, comic books. So all of this never used. Some type of press packet, official fan club of Bucky O'Hare, another handbook, a novel, and some comics.
Wow.
So yeah.
So this guy was a Bucky.
He was
fanatic,
Mr.
huh?
Bucky O'Hare, and he was ready to unload his Bucky O'Hare collection. So
Wow.
we said yes.
Yes. Let's go back to Sly over here.
Yeah.
Did he say? What's the story behind him?
So he said he acquired Sly about 7 or 8 years ago on the eBay and bought it as a prototype.
Wow.
So he was aware that it was a prototype. I don't know if he already had this magazine or he acquired the magazine later.
Yeah. So these never got released.
Yep.
This is Wave 2.
Yep.
Very cool figures.
So yeah.
Wow. Insane. Toy history right here.
Yeah, so pretty cool. I think, I don't know, Craig, have we ever had a prototype come through the store before? Like during your tenure?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
could be our first ever prototype, which would
Yeah.
be pretty cool. But either way,
unreleased.
unreleased prototype.
So
yeah,
you're like double
whammy. Okay.
whammy right there.
So now, and then he thought, oh my God, this is so freaking mind blowing. What else could the guy have? And then he's like, oh, I've got some Nintendo stuff. Would you be interested? Well, of course, he's got like your Mario 3s, and he's got your Earthbound, and he's got your Chrono Triggers. Meh. That's what we say to those, because if you look over here,
Oh wow.
you're going to see Nintendo Power number uno.
Or this is the last.
That's the last one. I'm
Yeah.
holding up the wrong one.
But still.
Yep. Okay, the last Nintendo Power graded.
A 9.
A 9. Yep. And then we got the first one. You know.
Goodness.
So again, ballpark on this one would probably be about $2,000.
Yeah.
We do need to get it fixed because somewhere it got cracked.
Chippy. Yeah.
Got to get that one fixed. Now, then the ultimate one though, we got Nintendo Fun Club News number 1.
Wow.
So again, estimate on this one's probably about $2,000. So we might be looking at also sending this one off to our pals at CGC to get graded.
What's this? What's the history behind this fan club?
Okay, so the fan club for the Fun Club, for anybody that doesn't know, preceded Nintendo Power. There are 12 copies only of this newsletter. The first 6 copies came on a 6-pager like this one, and then the next 6 copies started to look like Nintendo Power. But again, number 1, of course, worth bajillions more than the other copies.
Yes.
So yeah, so some pretty sweet items that we picked up last Saturday.
You showed me this.
Yeah,
One of my favorite.
One other fun item in here.
movies.
Yeah, we
All
got
right.
a copy of Nintendo Pocket Power with the wizard there. So again, don't know what all is in there, but another interesting piece of paperwork.
Wow.
Yep.
Very cool. Super rare items. Super
Yeah,
rare.
this stuff, you know, this one, looking on WorthPoint, which for those not familiar, WorthPoint keeps track of all eBay sales forever. We have 3 of these in the last 8 years that have sold on the open market. So insanely rare item.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow. Very cool.
So yeah,
So
some fun stuff.
So if you're into video games,
Yeah.
especially maybe some of these items,
Yeah.
you guys will be set up where next weekend?
We will be right at the front entrance of Retropalooza
Okay.
in Arlington, Texas.
That's
so
November 16th, 17th?
16th and 17th. Shout out to the Game Chasers. We will be there with bells on.
Yep.
Bells and whistles. Yeah, I'll have these with me for if anybody wants to check them out. The Bucky O'Hare stuff. All these items are already in the store. The prototype will not be in the store right away because we want to do the research on it.
Yeah, we want to do the due diligence and make sure. I'm sure this is what it is.
Yeah.
But I know a guy that probably
Craig knows a guy.
that can get this authenticated for us. So.
Yeah, and as you'll see, the loose Bucky O'Hares are like $25. The carded one is 50. So they won't break you. They're just a fun little fun line. All these guys have got their weapons. Willie has his helmet. Willie is very scary looking. He scares me, but yep. And then these are from 1990. I was thinking early 90s. So I would have nailed it with early 90s.
Well, cool. Well, so Steve, that is awesome, and thank you for taking time to look at all these amazing treasures and pieces of toy history. So check out Retro Madness, Bedford, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas.
Yes, Arlington, Texas.
Arlington, Texas, online, retromadnessdfw.com. Check them out, and check them out at Retropalooza. And guys, we are out.
Thanks, everybody.
So Matt comes back, and he's like, it's definitely legit. And also, I would say value is around, it could be anywhere from like $500 to $1,000, just depending on like who wants it bad enough, right? Because it's one of those pieces that is just, you can't go on eBay and check comps for it because it's like one of a kind. And so I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. I think I'm going to definitely pick this up. And then shortly after that, Matt gets back with me and he's like, hey, like if you want to sell that, I know a guy that is a huge Bucky O'Hare collector, and specifically this is like the Grail piece that he wants, that he's been looking for. And you know, I'm like, I don't know, like I kind of want to, like if I buy this, I want to keep it for myself. Like I want to put it on the shelf, talk about it, have a little piece of toy history in the collection for a little bit. And Matt's like, hey, give me a call. So this is all happening this past Friday, September 8th. And so also September 8th was my son's, Lucas, it was his birthday. So we went camping for the weekend. So Matt hits me up on Friday. He's like, here's my number, give me a call. So I just now called him back. Today's Monday. Called him back and he's like, hey, I have a crazy story about this piece. And I want to tell you about it. I want to tell you personally. So I'm like, okay, but I want this piece. Like I don't want to be persuaded any other way because I want it for myself. So I call up Matt, and Matt's like, hey, my buddy, like I said, he's a huge Bucky O'Hare collector, and this is his Grail item. He said it's so weird how this all worked out because this past Friday, which was the 8th, his grandmother, he was talking to him and his grandmother passed away. And I was like, oh man, that sucks, man. You know, obviously that's terrible. So Matt was talking to his friend. He's like, hey man, like I've never asked you, but like, why do you like Bucky O'Hare so much? It's kind of like a common line, you know, pretty easy to get. Like, what's your love? What's your passion behind it? And his friend replies back and he says, well, actually, my grandmother that just passed away today is the one that got me into the line. So when Matt told me this, I instantly got goosebumps. I got them again, just talking about it. And I told Matt, I was like, you know what? Like, it's his. Like, that he's got to own this piece. He has to own this piece with you, with how crazy the timing was with all of this. Like the day of, I reach out to Matt, you know, he's talking to his buddy's grandmother passed, and his grandmother was the one that got him collecting Bucky O'Hare. So I was like, he's got to have it. He's got to have this piece. Like, I'm out. So I get a hold of Steve from Retro Madness, and I'm like, hey, I don't think I'm gonna get it, but I got a buyer for you. So I give I switch contact information for everybody so they can get a hold of each other and make the deal. So it's really crazy how this all just happened all in the same day. So a piece like this that I would have loved to have in my collection, just because I think it's cool. Matt's buddy's story, that's crazy. He needs this piece. So I'm glad that his friend is going to obtain this piece. I think it's just, like I said, it's so crazy how things work out. So I'm happy that I could have made that happen. I'm happy that I could help out with that, and his buddy get it for those sentimental reasons. So like it's just crazy. Toys, man, toys. But guys, make sure you check out Retro Palooza this coming weekend, September 16th and 17th at the Arlington Convention Center. I will be a guest there. Ed and Greco was supposed to come in, but there was some work issues there. So I'll be there representing the Attic Invaders with some huge news, guys. Probably the biggest news in channel history, if I'm being honest with you guys. Not even hyping it up just to hype it up, but it's pretty gigantic, and I still can't believe like this is gonna happen. This is gonna take place this weekend. And so if you're in the area, come check us out this weekend at Retro Palooza. Come see what we're going to reveal. And if not, just stay tuned to the socials. Not Another Retro channel on Instagram. I will be updating news then over the weekend. Once you guys see it, you'll know, because it's pretty freaking sweet, and I'm still floored that this is going to happen. But guys, other than that, like, I did not expect this video to take a turn like that, but I'm very happy that it did, because it means so much to Matt's friend. So guys, make sure you like the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and if you're in the area this weekend, September 16th and 17th, come check us out at Retro Palooza in Arlington, Texas. Thank you so much for watching and for the support, and until next time, peace!
Alright guys, it's David Ryan here. I gotta hijack the channel for a second, so all you narcomaniacs out there can just hold on for 1 second. I need to tell you guys about a competition that's going on Facebook right now. It's called Faces of Horror, and I need you to look in the description below, click on the link, and vote for David Ryan for the new Face of Horror 2023. It's an awesome organization that does research in pediatric cancer, and they are giving a grand prize away to one person based off of votes for $13,000. And I'm going to take all of that monies, every little bit of that monies, I'm going to dump it in to Retro Freaks. But I can only get there if you guys use your daily vote on Facebook every single day. Now, there's an option to buy some votes, so if you're feeling super generous, that would be dope. But if not, just take the 2 seconds, get on Facebook, and vote for David Ryan, Faces of Horror competition.